2.
The life of a refugee begins with one question: should I leave the country as home reborn, or should I stay regardless of all adversities? For Ahmad, this question was answered when a bullet almost missed the side of his mother's head. And Ahmad is just one of the million children around the world who were forced to leave their home country due to these terrible circumstances. This issue impacts us locally, given that according to United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, an estimated 22,900 people immigrated to the US in 2018, as well as globally, since nearly 65.3 million of people are displaced globally, seeking refuge in other countries as a result of religious persecution, conflict, violence, and human rights violation. This has led us to the question: what is the best solution to lessen the causes of refugees? And this is why my fellow crew members and I have researched the several causes for this issue, which were the economic, the political, and my aspect, the religious cause. As for the political cause, we have found out that people flee their country due to the many ongoing political conflicts in their government, such as communism and corruption. An example of this can be seen as 1.3 million of Cubans live in the US in 2016, and as time passed, this number has only increased, as Cubans feel the need to leave their country because their government destructs their rights as citizens, censorship every source of information, and even expropriates their own home. Therefore, Cubans have risked their own life in order to escape that life filled with restrictions um and corruption. Furthermore, concerning the economic cost, we have concluded that the gap between the rising prices and population income is so generalized that there is practically not a single Venezuelan who doesn't live in poverty. Over 60% of Venezuelans said during a survey that they have woken up hungry in a period of 3 months because they did not have enough money to buy food, thus making a Venezuelan population to become one of the largest refugee groups across South America due to their inability to sustain themselves and the state of hyperinflation in the government. In regards to the religious cause, religious persecution has been the pivotal cause for global displacement. In fact, according to an international survey done by the World Watch Monitor, more than half of the world's 65.3 million of refugee population come from Somalia, Afghanistan, and Syria. All countries in which identifying with the Christian faith has become extremely dangerous and even fatal for one's life. Furthermore, difference in religion had even encouraged violent attacks by other group members. For example, Pastor Aminu Sow from Job State in northern Nigeria stated that his Christian congregation decreased from 400 members to 20 as Christians fled due to violent attacks by the Boko Haram. The Boko Haram is a religious group whose main goal is to purify Islam in northern Nigeria, making Christians flee their country as there is constant fear that the religious persecution will ultimately cost them their life. In fact, difference in religion belief have ultimately cost the life of many. For instance, the Honduran family who were granted asylum in the US based on religious persecution. In Honduras, the Gonzalez family was trying to form a Seventh-day Adventist church in their neighborhood, but unfortunately, one day two gang members attacked them at a prayer meeting, which led Mr. Gonzalez to receive 4 shots and die immediately. The wife dove on their 3-year-old daughter and received a bullet which would have hit the girl. But fortunately, she was able to get out of the situation and fled to the US and were granted asylum. Additionally, even after leaving the country, refugees are still attacked, as a report found out that a Christian living in Nigeria was constantly attacked and abused by a gang member who presumably saw a Bible on his pocket. And even after leaving the country, they were still receiving threats, which reflects to what extent people are willing to hurt others due to the difference in religion. However, despite all these terrible experiences, many local organizations are working toward lessening the causes of refugees. For instance, the UNHCR organization, which strives to ensure that all refugees have the rights to find a safe place they can call home, as well as allowing them to integrate in another state, as well as the U.S. Committee for Refugees and Immigrants, which serves all the communities around the U.S., making sure that everyone's are respected. And at the global scope, there's also organizations like Catholic Relief Center, which provides comprehensive services such as food, supply, medical assistance, and education to those people who are Syrian refugees and refugees communities around in countries such as Jordan, Lebanon, Turkey, and Iraq, as well as Amnesty International, which is an organization that advocates for a world where everybody's rights are respected, no matter what circumstances they're in. They protect their rights. They have been protecting their rights for decades, and condemn any policies that undermine the right of the people on the move. Lastly, for my innovative solution, I would like to propose the creation of a policy that grants refugees the right to seek asylum and create a stronger support system for those who are forced to leave due to their religion, as well as it would allow refugees to enter any country without punishment or the chance of getting instantly returned, as it happened in many cases, in addition to providing humanitarian aid and shelter to those that are most in need. All in all, refugees deserve the right to find a place that treats them as truthful citizens, as we are all citizens of the world. Thank you.